Yeah. I didn't even test the microphone out before I went live. Good morning, America. Today is Thursday. It is September 10th. It is 2020. I am your host, the DET. This is my dead friends. Each and every day of the week, take some samples, throw them into our Kai and PC Live, try to get some samples bumping, try to get some beats bumping, see what we can do. Never try to really plan anything out. Again, it was another wake up late for Dave today. So, being that I woke up late, I had nothing prepared again. But that's no big deal, man, because I was still able to come down here, rip some samples in super fast. I was kind of surprised, and I kind of found this. But new evidence suggests they could all trigger at the same time. Oh. This is true. The next big one in the Bay Area. Ronald Biggs, what's going on, man? Top of the morning to you, man. We're chilling here today. Where two tectonic plates meet. And feeling all right. I'm gonna tweet this out, let everybody know that I am existing. North American plates intersect along the I gotta cut down my thing here, man. Yeah, man, you get to catch it early. I have no drums loaded up. There's no drums in here. All I do have is these samples, man. But I did load a lot of different samples up. But they were all from like this. There was two different records that I sampled from. And I didn't actually write the whole name of the record in, so I can't even tell you what they are because I don't even really know. Kind of on the north end of the Bay Area. I'm still getting up, getting my, stretching my brain out, trying to get going. Alright, I wanted to tweet this out. Let's try to do that. Let's throw that out there, just in case someone on there, man, forgets that every day I'm on here at 9 a.m. I was almost late here this morning. I think I was actually a minute late coming on this morning, man. I try to catch that 9 a.m. all the time, but sometimes, man, it's funny though, because I was ready at 10:02, and then I started getting distracted doing something, got thrown off, so I went somewhere else for a second, and then I'm like, oh man, it's time to go now. So let's see what's in the news here this morning. Impeachment, of course. More bullshit about him. Jane Fonda, for some reason, is trending. You knew. Everyone's all pissed off because Trump downplaying viruses. I'm here to find out. Man, shit is dumb. To get a clear visual of these interconnected faults. Alright, let me get back in the chat here. I'm rambling. I don't want to start talking about him. His computer model. Yep, that's what I'm getting, man. Let me just take a small coffee break before we get started.
So here you can see the rupture underneath San Pablo Bay. It propagated here along the Rogers Creek.
I don't know if you checked out my post yesterday, man, that I made up on Instagram and Twitter. But I added a nice little bass line. That track I was working on yesterday, man. Shit turned out pretty good. It was actually kicking pretty good. I was surprised. I was liking how it sounded. I wasn't sure exactly what I was gonna do. All day yesterday, after I made that beat yesterday, I sat here and just kind of watched TV, and I was just playing bass and just kind of chilling, man. Rashad, what's going on with you, man? Good morning to you. Appreciate you stopping by. We're just kind of getting up. We have a sample going. This might not even be the worst news. If multiple other fault lines are connected, what is the likelihood of a big earthquake in this region in the next 30 years?
It's about 72%.
Holy. Let's just throw that in there. Has me at 75-47. Just the Hayward and Rogers Creek fault. It sounds like the West Coast is in for a heap of trouble. Slow down. Check this out. You can see the entire city from up here. I've been busy trying to get a ticket to Bama. See my daughter, yeah.
From this vantage point, you can actually look
it's gotta be crazy, man. Right down here. Oh, hey, it's all good, Rashad, man. You have a good day, man. Have a good day at work. Peace out. I thank you for stopping by. Always appreciate, man. Hey, stop by, click that like button real quick, you know what I mean? It's all good. It happens. Catch the replay.
But just how plausible is this theory about multiple connected faults?
Let's go listen to some of these Chronos drums, man. I was listening to some yesterday.
Between the Hayward and Rogers Creek faults.
I was like, I should try to put some
What happens when we
more of those, and
take a
then
step back?
I'm liking how chill this is already.
All faults may be connected. This is a map of the geology of California, and you can see the faults very clearly.
If all these faults are really connected, that would effectively create an 800-mile superfault stretching the length and breadth of California.
We think a rupture propagating along here actively can jump around at least 5 kilometers from fault to fault as it's rupturing.
Really? In theory, the whole West Coast is an interconnected fault system, and earthquakes can jump across the whole thing.
We pay a price for the topography and the beauty of the coastline, that's for sure.
There are existing studies that attempt to predict what the big one might look like. And even without factoring in multiple faults, the prognosis is petrifying. Experts predict that a magnitude 8 earthquake along the southern San Andreas Fault alone would rattle most of Southern California continuously for more than 75 seconds. It would easily eclipse the nation's deadliest tremor on record, San Francisco's infamous 1906 earthquake, which caused an estimated 3,000 deaths. Today, the Bay Area's population is over 8 times what it was then, which is why it's so crucial to figure out how these faults may be connected and what areas are most likely to be obliterated if they all trigger at once.
You know me, let's just try to get something going here.
This?
See if we can work something out.
As it happens, a USGS field team is actively working to answer that.
I definitely don't want that
So I'm
snare.
joining them high in the hills near the Hayward Fault.
It's in these trees.
Southeast of Oakland. Try something
I
that
knew
might
that shit
sound
was
a
coming.
little insane. We're going to trigger our own set of mini earthquakes with a series of underground explosions. Will we uncover hidden connections between some of the West Coast's most dangerous faults? And later, I'll head to Oregon, where a strange hole called Thor's Well seems to be doing the impossible,
What?
draining the Pacific Ocean.
I've never seen anything
That kick.
Where is all that water going?
Yeah, man. My timing's all good this morning. Yeah, you leaving tomorrow for that's what's up, man. Well, what's today? Today's Thursday, so you can be gone the weekend.
And they do the job. Let's break some ice, boys. Get the ticker pumping, yeah?
I don't know if you're flying down there. Man, I couldn't imagine what it's going to be like trying to fly right now. It must, I mean, I don't know, maybe it's not. Like around this area, man, like the Pittsburgh surrounding area, it doesn't seem like people give a shit at all about coronavirus at all. Like, yeah, people have, like the mask thing, people's wearing masks, but like not wearing masks. Like, it's real relaxed around here, man. I don't like it.
We believe in good we can all afford.
And then he was just in town. Like he was like that Trump dude. Remember that Trump guy? He was in town not too long ago. Just like a couple days ago, man. He was in Latrobe, which is like maybe like an hour and a half. No, I wouldn't even say that. I don't even think it's an hour and a half away from Pittsburgh.
Earn your degree from home with Independence University. We'll even provide you with a new laptop and tablet.
Yeah, see, that's what's up.
And a personal
Gotta do
student
that
success team.
dad
Independence
duties, man.
University. Online, but never
That's what's
alone.
up, though.
Call 800-638-6350.
Dude, she's gonna be freaking out. She's gonna be so happy.
There's no such thing as a pretty eater. You're pretty messy.
Yeah, that's cool, man. I've never actually even been on a plane. How about that? Did you guys know that about me? Never been on an airplane. I'm not sure I ever really cared to be on an airplane.
Have one very important thing in common: a common enemy. We're making great progress because we're collaborating in ways that we've never done before. In a matter of weeks, we've progressed from
Some jazz going. Yeah, welcome to the Jazz Hour. I'm your host, Dee Dee. Today, we'll be chopping up some jazz. Smooth jazz on a Thursday morning. Coming at you. What the hell is that? Well, it seems like it keeps getting worse and worse.
Experience Boost has helped
Ooh.
millions of people.
You hear that?
Whoa! 46 points!
I just got like this major static in my headphone.
This is incredible. I'm so excited that Experian Boost helped me get a higher
Hello?
credit score
Oh my
so that I
god.
can
You
buy
gotta be
a nice
kidding
car
me.
soon.
My new higher credit score is really gonna help me get serious about
It
saving.
just sounds like it's in my voice.
It's gonna help me save money.
Boost your credit
Come
scores
on,
instantly.
man, with this
Free.
fucking live
Download the
stream shit.
Experian app now.
You guys hear about the static? Hello? Do you guys hear, like, I hear static in, like, my left channel. I just want to make sure it's just not my headphones. Hello, 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 hello. I don't feel like I hear it unless I'm talking. It sounds like when I'm talking.
My family and I did a fundraiser walk in honor of my dad, Willie Davis, who has Alzheimer's. I decided to make shirts for the walk with custom ink. The shirts were so easy to design on the site. The custom ink team was super helpful, and they just came out perfect. Seeing my family wearing my shirts was such an amazing reminder of all the love and support.
Why does this stuff always want to give me problems? I bet you I probably got like a cable shorting or some shit like that. And all these cables are run through all kinds of craziness.
Get started today at customink.com.
Yeah, what was that all about? Like, I don't hear it now. Hello, hello. Yeah, it sounds, to me it sounds fine now on my headphones, man. I don't know what the hell was just happening there. It was just like cutting and weird. Crazy, man. It's tough getting these live streams going right, man. Especially, like I said, I'm in the middle of the woods. So, like, my upload speed's crap. So, I gotta figure out a way, man, to try to boost that. But if it's like some crazy, like, $20 a month for me to boost my upload speeds to, you know what I mean, get better live streams, I think we're just gonna continue to have some choppy live streams. I'm gonna drop an extra $20 a month to get my upload speeds going crazy. Yeah, dude, I don't know what that was all about, man. Like, I don't know. This microphone hasn't had the best life. Like, it's had a pretty hard life. So that, you know what I mean, I can admit. And I have actually not owned this microphone from, you know what I mean, its birth. This microphone was somebody else's. And I acquired it. But I would imagine that he had it getting slammed around a lot. I don't know what's up with these fucking Chronos drums. I'm dropping those out. Let's load up some of my drums here to get something going.
Which will set off later tonight. This will give us a clearer picture.
I'm just kind of sitting around talking. I'm having a fun time just sitting around talking. Welcome to the talk show, where all we do is talk all hour long. We talk all hour on the hour. No beats around here. This is the first beat making show that makes no beats. We just talk about them.
Each of the prongs is detecting
I don't make beats here.
These have
I just talk. I don't make beats. I just sit here and talk about how good I am at making beats.
Ways to travel through the subsurface and back to these instruments.
I'm
so
still
they can
learning.
actually determine what things look like miles beneath the surface.
Yeah, exactly.
So by taking the data from all of these, we'll be able to figure out how connected these faults are. I showed up to the scene this morning and pretty much everybody felt like there was a sense of urgency going on.
Hopefully the more we know about it, the better we'll know where to send first responders to the areas that are going to be hit worse.
It's hard to get those triple kicks like that.
Whoa, we're going down through here?
This is it, right here.
Yeah, it's rough.
The port in the attic mostly cover these up.
We've got the first sensor buried. Now we need to repeat the process 7 more times. And we're quickly running out of daylight.
It's got to be good. It's stuck in the ground. It can't be moving around. Secure connection.
It feels like we're putting bombs in because we're being so careful with these instruments. They're not bombs.
Gotta get something moving here.
A total of 14 detonations are scheduled to take place from midnight to 5 a.m. because it's the quietest and safest time to set off explosives. There we go. We did it. By dusk, all the sensors are in place. Now, I meet with the team leaders to prep for our detonations.
Okay, guys. Explosives in a Monday night raid is a fuel base. This is deadly serious. You said in a confined space. You guys go, so do we.
going to be a little bit, insistent on things because it's for your safety as well as ours.
If you have kids, you want to go home to your kids. All right? We want to go home to our kids. So that's the main thing right now.
That's great.
Let's roll, right?
This is the moment of truth. If this experiment reveals more fault lines under the Bay Area are connected, that could mean the seismic danger in California is bigger than previously thought.
We have about 500 sensors spread out across the area. Those things will pick up the vibrations, allow us to see what these faults are like and if they're interconnected. So we are on top of a big
What
hill.
the hell's going on here? Do I have some like weird
Right down
quantize or
there
something
is
going?
one of the charges they marked on
doesn't.
the rock. How far is it buried down there?
Maybe 20 feet down to maybe 30 feet.
First, the charge cable that's been connected to the explosives.
Doesn't even
is
sound like
laid
I
out.
played
This
that
is
like
going to
that.
be connected to an electrical cable.
This burns at 15,000 feet per second. It's
3 miles in a second.
Whoa.
My timing's all weird here. This
They said that could rupture during a major earthquake is much wider.
I see.
This zone is being a series of faults, and they all likely merge to a thick zone of depth. If we have a big earthquake, say on the Hayward Fault here, this energy, just like a tree, if it comes down one branch,
yeah, see, like, what the hell's going on there?
So if you have an earthquake
There's
here,
something.
and you think
That
this
third's
fault
like
is
not on. Sounds like that. My trick, the triplets.
and university on top of it, it may get severely shaken.
Am I just hearing the timing weird because of that samples weird?
And then back up again, and back up again, and back up again.
Whoa.
We want to try to understand how they connect.
Hey, we got 3
I
minutes.
don't hear the news and you hitting the pads.
As soon as they get these things covered up and the sandbags on them, we're going to set off the charge.
Why does it sound like fucking strange though?
It's go time.
Good, let's do it.
I think it's just because that sample's like the weird.
Holy moly! That was awesome. Oh
Radio
goodness,
trash.
look at this.
It blew all these crack lines out. It looks like a spider.
Yeah, the timing I think it's just weird with this or something like this.
Full mile ground.
Pyrotechnics are fun. We can't afford to take our eyes off the ball. We have less than 5 hours to set off all 7 explosions across a 10-mile survey area. So with the clock ticking, we race to our next location.
5 seconds.
I don't know. I don't know if I can hit that.
It'll take several days to crunch the data we collected, and I'm anxious to see what it reveals, because it could completely change our perception of the danger lurking beneath.
Yeah, that sample's like weird.
Is anyone safe from the next megaquake?
Introducing Slices and Sticks. 4 slices of pepperoni pizza together with 8
Yeah, I'm like not
Italian
hitting on that
cheese
sample
sticks.
right.
Combination as unexpected as
Off my game here today.
Hey, Mom.
New Slices and Sticks, just $6.
Pizza, pizza.
When Starbucks Creamer meets your morning coffee, your favorite Starbucks flavors come to life. Smooth, bold, creamy. Inspired by the Starbucks caramel macchiato you love. Mornings just got better. This changes everything. Starbucks Creamer. Enjoy at home.
Just keep building it. Keep on building on. Little at a time, I'll get there.
Develop your own city.
That was off, huh?
To the future. Available in the App Store.
It's
and
still
at
that
TV.
click.
Forge of Empires. Play now.
You can't fake the goodness of real strawberries, the crunch of real almonds,
Just
how
say
chocolatey
with
chunks
the phone
taste
song,
in
just
cold milk.
to get to the
We keep it real, because you can't fake delicious. Kellogg's Special K. Today we say so long summer and hello fall with the new Deep Blue Fall Blizzard Menu. There's festive pumpkin pie, tasty new caramel apple pie, and more. Craving fall? Find it at DQ. Happy taste good.
We are sailing further north than any other sailing ship in history.
If you get stuck,
Bang, one time, when I kick this rhyme, what I kick this rhyme, what I kick this rhyme, back, one time, when I kick this rhyme, what I kick this rhyme, I kick this rhyme, hey, it's okay, one more time, when I kick this rhyme, I kick this rhyme, hey, man, it's okay, when I hit this, this one.
Secrets unearthed from icy tombs.
what else might be out there that we don't know about?
All new What on Earth tonight at 9, followed by Secrets in the Ice at 10, only on Science.
They are built to last, and they do the job. This breaks some ice, boys.
Get the ticker pumping, yeah.
Land, water, snow, it doesn't matter. Like the challenge of the drive.
That machine is my life. Mother Nature hits us with all these challenges, and we're able to push back.
Extreme Ice Missions. New series Wednesday at 9 on Science and streaming on Psycho.
I'm with a team of geologists high above the Bay Area, setting up a series of explosions for a seismic imaging survey. Some seismologists believe the next
See
big
that
one is
triple hit
coming
works.
soon, and it could be far bigger than
No.
anyone anticipated. How big? I'm hoping
It's like
the results of this
non-existent.
survey will tell us.
Let's go, guys.
But while the data rolls in almost
Yeah,
instantly,
'cause I still had
it will take
eighth
days
notes
to
on.
interpret, so I'll have to check back in
Right.
with the team later.
At least now we have somewhat of like a beat
No
going
matter
anyway.
what the results are, fault lines and magnitude are only part of the story. New technology is also revealing which areas around those faults will suffer the worst damage. It's no secret that earthquakes and densely populated
I never
areas
hit
are a
this.
deadly combination, as anyone around on October 17th, 1989
Okay.
could attest. A
Now,
6.9
let's check
magnitude
out.
quake hit the San Andreas Fault just south of Silicon Valley. It continued for a full
Rockin',
15
rockin'.
seconds, claiming 63 lives, injuring over 3,000, and causing over $5 billion in damage. The quake was felt for 400 miles from Los Angeles to Sacramento. Intriguingly, that earthquake was much tougher on some parts of the Bay Area than others. Neighborhoods in Watsonville and Los Gatos were
You
virtually
hit them drums.
destroyed,
That
while others in nearby San Jose emerged relatively unscathed. But why? And can we figure out what areas are in the most danger
Before the next big one strikes.
While I wait for the results of the detonation test, I'm heading to Oakland to meet with geologists.
there's a lot of
Gretchen
banging in the
Schraub.
background with them
She has a way
drums.
to test the toughness of the ground beneath our feet.
Soil makes huge contributions to what we see when we have an earthquake.
My first thought is if you're on hard ground and you have the ground shaking, you're going to shake more. Whereas if you have some sort of loose soil, then maybe it would be a buffer.
It's the opposite. Think of a bowl of Jell-O. You shake it, and you watch the top of that Jell-O. It jiggles like this. So in earthquakes, it's the same thing. If you have soft sediments, like you would in a bowl of Jell-O, you're going to get shaking that's much worse than if you had more firm foundation.
So, in the event of a megaquake, how safe is
Man, I
Oakland?
sampled some wild shit in
To
here
find out if the
today.
soil here is more bedrock or Jell-O, we're using a seismograph, along with several geophones placed on the ground.
Now explain to me how a shear wave test looks.
The shear waves really indicate how damaging an earthquake is going to be. In granite, a wave
That's what I was looking for, but that don't sound.
maybe 2,000 meters per second.
Okay.
But in sand or softer material, it may only go 4 or 5
Just try to throw it in there
meters per
again.
second. But what you're losing in speed, you're making up for in amplitude, and it's creating more shaking and more damage.
Each of the geophones can pick up noise traveling through the ground, which Gretchen can analyze and turn into a diagram of the subsurface. To create that noise for the sensors, I'm about to set off my own miniature earthquake with a sledgehammer.
You do it 3 times in a row.
Should I swing it hard or should I be kind?
I would swing it hard. Have
The
fun.
harder I go, the better.
And I think so.
Okay, here goes.
Woo!
That's fun.
There's still something weird going on with it.
I got some good noise.
Yeah? One more.
All right.
Now that I've gotten my exercise for the day, it's time to interpret the data. And it's not good news for this part of Oakland.
it looks like the soil here is terrible.
Yeah, it's pretty
Because
bad.
the waves are not moving through it fast at all.
No, they're not.
It looks like it's both sandy and just like loose soil. Essentially,
Okay.
just take your
A little
average
something
earthquake
happening
and make
anyway,
it
right?
Much more powerful.
That's exactly right.
We got a little
It
groove
amplifies
going.
the shaking and can really destroy structures.
Still
A
some
lot
of
of the bay
these.
here is on these loose, saturated soils, and so if an earthquake came through, it could spell disaster.
That's correct.
But these 2D sound waves don't fully capture the magnitude of the danger here. So I'm creating a simple 3D model to illustrate how a megaquake along multiple faults would affect the houses built on top of this loose soil.
What we have here is a container that represents the Bay Area. We have a skateboard, which can demonstrate what an earthquake is. We have water, representing the groundwater in the area, and the soft sediments of the bay. There's a lot of groundwater in the Bay Area. So as I'm filling this up, the water is filling in between the particles of sand.
You hear my TV.
Okay.
You
Now,
can hear that.
houses. A lot of people in the Bay Area build their homes on soil just like this, but all of those homes are
How's
very
that
close to the
happening?
Hayward Fault. It's going to be a huge problem.
Something
when that
crap
fault
out or
comes
something. Yeah, you shouldn't be hearing that.
because semi-saturated soil loses.
That's weird. Cause yeah, I mean, you've been hearing it the whole time, even like cause yesterday, day before, like I always have that thing on. I thought I was talking to you guys, cause I never hear it like bleed back in through my headphones. You know what I mean? Like I can hear it, but it never seems like it's actually picking up. Cause even me talking back here, I'm sure you can kind of hear me, but it's not picking up like when I'm like right here in front of the mic. I thought I had it set to where I had to. That's why you always see me like up in front of the mic, so that way I can have them things on. Yeah, that sucks. My bad. I turned it off. Okay. Now we're chilling. Chilling on a Thursday morning. We got the deity back again. Trying to pull something together. It's starting to sound like something. Alright, let's cut that sample out. See if I can get some more of these bongos going. I don't think I used any of that drum, huh? Yeah, no, I didn't use any of that. Yo! What's up, Stank? What's going on with you? We got something moving here today. Let's run it back for you one time. Yeah, yeah. It's another one back at ya from my dead friends. Straight to your eardrums. Get that going like that. Know that. Get this right back. Now where that blow at? I'm gonna get so crazy right now, and you know that. Steady moving. Now what you doing? I got these beats right now, and every one I make's improving. It's improvements. Shit so soothing. Now what you doing? Get it. Bang on with the dum dum. Down down da da down down. Down down da da down down. Da 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 da. Just trying to think of some different things. Have you been issues with Slice the pad? See, there's a problem, man. Is I'm not updated to the current firmware on the MPC. Why does, like, even my camera doesn't look like it's open completely with my field of view? Yeah, here, I'll check it out. I'll show you, see where I'm at, because I'm not even sure what firmware. I'm still on firmware 2.6. I'm not even sure where the MPC's at, to be honest. I haven't been keeping things up to date. The last update that I didn't update, like, all the big features were integration with Ableton, which I was like, what? I was like, I want nothing to do with Ableton. Yeah, okay, see, yeah, I'm back a couple. I'm back probably a few, actually, if not 3 or 4 updates. Because I think there was, like, mid ones in between those. I think there was, like, a 2.6.5 kind of thing, wasn't there? I don't think it just went 2.7, 2.8. I don't know that. But, yeah, I'm definitely back still, man. Things work fine just the way I want them to. You know what I mean? Until they put something significant. You know, I don't think there's been anything of, like, real significance, man. Like, I couldn't believe. I was kind of surprised that they put those air effects. Like, I thought that was a real cool update. I think that was like 2.4 or something like that, or something. Yeah, the MPC Live is definitely different than when I first bought it, which is cool, man. Like, even these, like, icons and stuff going in here didn't look like that. Yeah, it's a lot better. They definitely improved on it. Alright, let's listen to some more of these samples. Like I said, I got like 6 or 7 of them in there, but I'm not sure if any of them are going to work with what we're doing, but it might give us some ideas to push us somewhere else in a different direction. Hey, what's up, Beatmaking? Surprised you come down. Yeah, I usually leave the TV on, man. Cat, like, usually, because I'm just sitting here like talking to myself because I don't have the speakers on or nothing like that, so he don't hear me making any music, so the cat just sees me talking to myself down here and thinks I'm crazy. Hey man, the one's just as good. If you're stationary, you know what I mean, it really just comes down to that battery integration. You know what I mean? Like, having that battery for me at the time when the Live come out was like, it was crucial to me, man, because like I was all over the place. I didn't have like a studio set up to kind of hang out and chill. I was always going from different person's house. So having the battery, man, was awesome. But the MPC one, man, it's just as good as the MPC X. You could do all the same things on there, man. For me though, like with the in and outs too, like I wouldn't be able to go back to a 1, but if, like, you know what I mean, if you're starting out getting the 1, because even my MPC 5000 had a bunch of different ins and outs that I don't currently have on here. Yeah, it's cool, man. I don't know where. Let's see what sample I had. 6. It was 6. See, that sounds like it needs to slow down there. That's weird. If it's that good. Let me get off of that sample then. See what's going on in here. Yeah, not a chance, man. Yeah, that ain't gonna happen anytime soon for me to switch over to machine. There's just absolutely no reason for me to. Like, there's absolutely no reason for me to switch to machine. Like, I've heard different people, like I talk to people who use machine and stuff like that, and everyone just keeps always tells me that the workflow is great. The workflow is great. But then I hear people that have used machine that don't currently like using Machine anymore. And I'm like, well, why did you switch back to MPC from Machine? And they're like, the workflow, man, the workflow sucks. The workflow sucks. So like, there's people that are like, the workflow sucks. People that like, the workflow is the best thing ever. I've just always used the Kai. I've just always used MPC. Like, since I got my 5,000 anyway. I got my 5,000 in like 2012 or something like that, 2010. Like, I haven't even been an MPC user. Most of my beats when I very first started, I'd make my entire beat on my Corona or on my Triton. That's all well, I didn't really even start with that, man. I had like a Roland 80, not an 808 thing. It was like I don't think it was a 909. It was like, had some weird lettering at the end, but it was like a big machine that also had like a multi-track recorder. And then it had like, I think it had 16 pads. I don't think it had 8. I think it did have 16 pads on it, but they were like little, like real tiny, man. They were like half size of the Kai pads, little orange pads. Yeah. But I loved the thing when I first got it. I was really digging it. I was at a band and stuff that time. So like we were like recording drum sets and stuff like that, bass guitars, just guitars. So that's why I wanted the multi-track recorder. But I started getting a bunch of glitches and stuff on it. But I probably just wasn't using it right. But I ended up taking it back, getting my money back, and I forget what I ended up using with that money. I might have been using that money toward the Triton. I'm glad you said about the TV there, Ronald Biggs, man, because that's the last thing I want is to have that TV blasting through. I thought it was fine, man. Matthew Stratton told me it was fine. All right. I want more time myself to get to some. That's kind of weird. Why, yeah, I turned it off now. Here, check it out.
Yep. So I bring in geophysicist
Like, you hear that?
Tim Bechtel and tech advisor Griffin Alberti. They'll help me send an ROV-mounted camera directly into the belly of Thor's well.
I want to see what's underneath the surface.
Yeah, man. See, I thought it wasn't picking up.
Hopefully it'll give us a view back in, see if there's any.
I don't know why that is. Maybe something crapped out, because like when it started, I don't know if you were here, Stank, from when like things were like started crackling weird in my left channel on my headphone. So like, I don't know if something decided to crap out on me or something. I mean, I'm still getting signal. I ended up unplugging the microphone. But like I was saying earlier, man, this microphone's probably lived a rough life, man. It wasn't always my microphone, and the dude who had it didn't seem like he treated it very nicely, so it got thrown around all over the place, and it was here, it was there. It was in extreme cold environments, extreme hot environments. Like, it was brutally beaten down. And then somehow I acquired this microphone, and I like it. I think it's good. I dig it. But, you know, it might not be exactly the greatest for the current situation I'm using it for, you know what I mean? I have like a condenser, like a big condenser to use, but I feel like it would just be this big giant thing here, man. I was looking on Matthew Stratton's channel, man. He just showed off these little clip mics that like will clip on your shirt and then just pick up, and then you wear like the little battery pack like they do on television. Be all professional. I was like, man. And there I went. Yeah, shit's awful. But I gotta give my internet a little bit of credit, man, because there's people upstairs that have internet going. I have this iPad going. I have this iPad. I'm like watching the live stream as I'm live streaming. I'm live streaming off of my phone. That's how you guys are seeing me, you know what I mean? So it's all over Wi-Fi. So you gotta give some credits to the gods of the internet for all that. What sucks is I don't know, man, if when I reconnect like that, if I totally just lose everyone, or if like my video cuts out, my audio keeps going. Like that's terrible. I don't know why it does that. All right, on. Yeah, I still haven't even like chopped any of these. We're like 9:45. Haven't done shit. Been talking the whole time. Man, is it one? Hear that pop? Yeah, I knew the timing was even weird on this. Just drop it down. Kind of like that. Let's just throw it in there. That little snare roll's weird. I like those guitars in there, though. I wonder what these other drum breaks would sound like. I need to start saving more of my drum breaks, man. Like I just use them for the track that I'm doing, that I'm making at the time. I never actually save them in there. I don't know, man. Like Mozart. Beethoven's pretty good. Yeah, man. Dilla's definitely. I mean, this is chops, man. Like, it's just the sample selection, the crafting of a track. Like, to me, that's like different, man. Like, I don't know. It's much more like Dilla seems like much more than a producer. Just like, you know, just a producer. Like that term's so strange anymore, man. The term producer has gotten so weird. I've talked about it before on here, man, about the difference I think between beat makers and producers. You know what I mean? Like a producer, like it's different. But Dilla's all the above and more for me. You know what I mean? It's just different. I mean, come on, like just like just the respect from his peers alone. You know what I mean? Like his equals the people that, you know what I mean, just respected in the beat making world and stuff like that. That would show respect to him and stuff. It's great. But I don't know, man. Like GOAT producer. I don't know. I have to think about it a little bit. Like, wonder what that one's gonna sound like in there. Banging. Banging. It's got to I just want to put that in there to see what it sounds like. I know it's fucking loud. It's still just that little bit too. I think 8's gonna sound dumb. No, not really, man. Like I use Cubase's 3 on my iPad. Like after I make all my beats, everything gets sequenced into my Kai MPC Live, like from everywhere. Make everything in the MPC Live. Of course, things are recorded still on like the Chronos and stuff like that. But once I have like a beat somewhere situated to where I feel good about it, don't always put it into song mode, but sometimes I'll work out like 4 or 5 different sequences and try to have like the song idea. And then at that point, I'll turn Cubasis on my iPad, and then I'll track everything out. Like I just don't export MPs, like to export the stems or export. I don't use the MPC software. I've turned it on maybe like twice. I think really the only time that I turn on the MPC software, like I have a laptop sitting over here too, is when I'm exporting expansions to use in standalone on my MPC. Yeah, I don't really use, like I can't create inside of a DAW, like be looking up at the screen and like not at the creative point, you know what I mean? At an arranging point and like getting a track together, I like working in a DAW a lot, man. Cause like to visually see where the track's laid out and to see where my chorus is laid out and like how different things are faded in and where like different vocals or something like that's coming in. I like looking at a DAW. But as far as like the whole like this, like creating from scratch, like having nothing and trying to make something, I don't like to have a mouse like in my hand. Like I don't even have a mouse. There ain't no mouse even on my desk, man. No mouse. There's no. I use because the iPad's of course all touchscreen. But yeah, Steinberg Cubase. Cubasis. It's an iPad version of Cubase. It's what I use, man. I like it. It works. It's not super expansive. Like there's not a ton of features really. I don't think there's like of things you can do. I can't. You're not gonna see me putting like reverbs on everything and like super things that are gonna like crush the CPU. Like you know what I mean. Like it's really basic mixing that I do once it goes into the DAW. Everything pretty much happens out here, and then once I have things sounding good here, and then that's why like I have my patch bay down below. That if my kick, I can patch bay through my compressor when I'm recording it in 2 Cubases. So I like to do it that way, record each individual sound into my DAW. And then once I have it in there and have it worked as the beat, I go through and then I can start, meticulously chopping things up or not tuning, but, automating things this way and that way. And then also adding like certain different sounds, the blend from sequence to sequence, or just like a sound maybe that was just supposed to be in there one time or for an intro or something like that. That's something I'm not using throughout the entire sequence. I gotta hear what this sounds like with that other sample now. No sound. Say what? Hello? You don't hear me? You can't hear the beat. You can't hear, like if I press a play here right now, there's a beat playing. You don't hear it? Why would that be? Say what? How would you even be able to hear me? Oh my God. Bro, if I've been live streaming like this entire time. Dude, you know why you can't hear it? No wonder why he's hearing the TV. Oh my God, I can't believe I've been live streaming like this the whole time. Hello? Dude. I bet you guys hear me really good probably now. Is it coming in now? Dude, I can't believe I just live streamed this entire hour without having. Dude, I didn't have anything plugged in. I don't know. I can't believe this whole live stream probably sounded completely like shit. Bro, you guys probably didn't hear the beat this entire time. You guys haven't heard this beat at all then? Dude, I had no clue that there was no music. I'm sorry, man. I saw it. Yeah. Dude. I saw what you were saying, Biggs, about you're like, I hear pads hitting, but I don't hear no beat. And I'm like, what the hell is he talking about? I know, dude. I apologize. And I was wondering why you were hearing the TV. Like, that was making no sense why you're hearing the TV. All right, tell me if you hear the TV now. Dude, I am incredible. That's funny. I am so sorry about that. We've been sitting here. Yo, thanks for hanging out with me, watching me just like bang my fingers into my desk. I appreciate that. Yo, you ready to hear this beat? Holy hell, dude. Wow. Beat. Ha. Low at it. Wow. Yeah, because you know what it is. I was making a joke earlier, man, when I was like, and I was literally doing it. I made a joke about some shit, and I was literally making a joke on myself, not even realizing it, saying I'm going to do a beat making show with no beats and me just talking about making beats as I make them. And I was literally doing that, man. I'm sitting here making a beat that no one can hear. Crazy. Holy hell. Yeah. Ha. Now we're grooving. Man, that was terrible. Such a bad move on my part, huh? My dead friend's biggest blunder. Yeah, I try to like go over like a little checklist on things I need to do here and there. I didn't even have any audio plugged into my phone at all, so all the audio you were hearing was just my cell phone microphone. It probably sounded fantastic. Man, I need to put some like disclaimer or something like that. Indie game dev, you just come in at a good time, man, because there was no audio for the first hour of the show. Oh, dude. It needs that. Ow, oh. That break don't even need to be in there all the time. That break does add some. Oh my god, it was terrible, dude. I don't know what. Ronald Biggs is screaming at me, telling me, dude, your audio. And I'm just like, la la la. Half awake, not knowing what's going on. It's terrible. But we're back now. Now I got my tone low going. Tone low, get the house. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. I was just in the zone, man. Man, I can't believe I did that. Very disappointed in myself right now. Having that break in there, man, it's like it overtakes everything. And I've used this so many times. I need to come up with some new drum break. Check out the rest of this. Yeah, what's up? Rika? I think it's Rika. Some Enya going on. No, I'm music's keeping me alive, but it's not paying the bills. How about that? It's music soundscape. Yes, yes. The MIDI can get super confusing, man. And actually, I've had a couple people ask me about that. So yeah, it's something that I definitely can do and needs done. I didn't like any of these samples as I was sampling. It all sounds like Partridge Family or some shit. Yeah, mildly creepy. Yeah, I don't know. Like they're all like that too. Hear how they all have like that jingly Partridge Family sounding. Everything has that like sounds like it's straight from the 60s. With all those like the string playing on the guitars. I think I actually used that sample. Ha 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 ha. And what they wanted from back then. I mean, that's the money right there, right? All December long, sampling Christmas songs all December. Make sure you stay tuned. Make sure you like and subscribe right now. All December, I'll be sampling all Christmas songs all month long. Lots of jingle bells. Yeah, that sample there's awesome. I better save this too since I'm forgetting to do everything it seems like today. I better hurry up and save it in there real quick. And while I'm saving it here real quick, now's a good time to remind everybody that you can catch me out on all streaming platforms, Spotify. I'm even on SoundCloud. You know, catch me on there. Tidal, Apple Music, Google Play, all that fun stuff. 17,000 different platforms I'm on. I don't know if you knew that or not, but I've reached all 17,000 platforms in the world. You can find me on everything. I'm the first musician that's ever been featured on 17,000 different platforms. We've actually talked about it, man. The only problem is me. That's why me and Matthew Stratton, I don't think, have done a live stream, is because my connection is terrible. And I don't want to ruin the live stream. You know, I ain't trying to go on there. Ruin that. Yeah, man, I make some money. I make a couple bucks. You can donate right now. Down the bottom right of your screen, there's that little money symbol, man. You can click on that right now. You can donate. You can always support my dead friends. Yeah. Yo, dude. I live stream from my fridge. That's right. Oh man. Live from the from my Motorola. Oh, that's funny. Yep. Hey man, my compact Passario is hurting. You know, I'm trying to push these beats through, one gigahertz processor. Okay, so that was the same sample that I had back there. All right, that might work. Let me save this here real quick, rip some sequences out. Yeah, man. I don't know what the hell happened. Oh, dude, it's crazy. I did some mad investments over the past couple months when I wasn't live streaming and I kind of disappeared for the past couple months. Yeah, I did do some investing. Spent all my money. Now I'm broke again. So I can't afford any food. Shut my water off. I'm just squatting in this house. You know, but I got this studio now. The rest of the house is like a wasteland shelter. Yeah, you guys never really seen where I live at before. I have to do I could do an outside live stream, man. I just have to disconnect a couple things. I'd only be able to use my MPC. I totally do that though, man. I'd be able to, since I'm only using my phone, and I can't believe I was streaming off the microphone on my phone for the whole hour. First hour of the show, man. How the hell did I manage to do that? I literally check everything over and over. Yeah, man, I'm outside Pittsburgh. I'm like 10, 15 minutes outside of the city. City's too crazy for me. Can't handle all that. Under the bridge. Basement dwellers, man. Dwelling in the basement. Where all good producers come from, either under a bridge or in the basement. More East Coast, more toward like Greensburg. I don't know if you know where Greensburg, Westmoreland County. Like I'm outside. Outside where all the crazy people are, man. Dude, you go outside the city of Pittsburgh, it's a whole different world, man. Like it gets redneck really fast, man. Yeah, right on, man. Yeah, I used to work down there. Used to be a place called Roth Carpet in Monroeville. It's shut down now. It's not there's like an extended stay there. I think there's a Permane Brothers up there now in Monroeville. It's like up off of 22. There used to be a Roth Carpet there. I used to work there. Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah, dude, I'm not far from you at all, man. Yeah, back in the day, I'd be down. Like I'm always in the sun. Like I work in the city. Oh, right on, man. Yeah, like I'm always in the city for work, so that's why I always say like I pretty much most of my time was usually spent in the city, and in my like early 20s and stuff like that, I'd go and work in the city. I'd come home, and then I'd get back in my car and drive right back down to the city to skate or something like that, or just hang out down the city, man. Yeah, I used to love it, but just haven't been doing it anymore, man. Now, of course, with all this COVID, man, I don't want to go anywhere or touch anyone or be around anything. But I'd like to start, man. Like Like I was just getting myself comfortable enough to where I was like, I'm gonna start going to more shows. I want to start meeting some people, maybe start trying to shop some more of these beats around like that. And then that whole COVID hit. And then I'm just like, oh man. Indie game dev, man. You have a good day. The replay, just skip the first like hour of the replay. Come to like the last 20 minutes or, I actually have audio. Appreciate you stopping by, man. Shout out to Indie Game Dev. Always appreciate you stopping by. Yeah, things are dead now. Like I was saying earlier, man, I don't know if it was today or like earlier today or yesterday, man. The bar business, man, has to be hurt. Like I feel so bad for the bar business right now. Like what could they possibly be doing? Like I know they're having like takeout and stuff like that. Here we go. Ha! 1, 2, 3. Balls to plate. Wow. Yeah, this is like my ghost face track. Slide out like that. We'll get to the other sequence. I just want to hear this transition again. Here, come back. I could imagine, man. I could imagine. It has to be insane. Like those people, man, like really needed that unemployment and that extra cash and stuff like that. And then they just like cut everybody off and they're like, you're fine. You can do it. Like there's most people that are like struggling paycheck to paycheck in that kind of business. And then like just strip the business and be like even now, I thought they said September 21st, I think they're going to try to up things to 50% capacity, I think, in restaurants or something like that. Yeah. Word. I'll have to check that out for sure, man. I'll tell them you sent me in there. But even 50% capacity for a place, like, I don't know, man. Like, I look at it as the money that I make per week or per month. And if you cut that in half, like, I don't even know, man. Like, I have no idea. Luckily, mine, like I said, I install carpeting. That's what I do for actual living. That's how I make my money, is installing flooring. I install carpeting mostly, man. But, like, I have installed other tile and shit like that. But I don't really do that. But people there don't seem to, like, give a shit about COVID, man. Like, you going right into people's houses. You know what I mean? Tearing up their bedding, moving their beds around, their dressers and all that kind of stuff, ripping up their old carpeting where all kinds of germs and bacteria just kind of sitting and festering. No one seems to mind, which is kind of weird. I was kind of surprised that, like, you know what I mean? People would be spending money on carpeting with this whole pandemic going on. But hey, I'm glad they are. You know. I kind of like this one a little. Wonder if it would sound even better if I had that build up. Yeah, today is definitely a weird live stream, wasn't it? I can't believe it. I feel like such a fool for doing that. Such a noob move of mine to not plug in the audio, the most important part of the live stream, the audio. Out of everything else that I did, so weird. Talking into this microphone like an idiot. I didn't even need to talk into a microphone. Microphone was picking me up. I'm sitting here talking into a microphone with no beat playing. thought I did, but let me try to find a different crash here. I always like that live kick crash. I use it a lot too. Gotta turn it down. It's already like super low, but it's like really loud. You guys do know, man, like say you're trying to pan something to the left or to the right and you have it highlighted and you're going to use your jog wheel to turn to the left or the right to pan it, that you can hold shift down and hit to the left and right and it does small, intricate numbers instead of like if you just hit it now, it goes by fives. It'll go 5 to the left or 5 to the right. If you hold shift down, it'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Little pro tip for you. I just like telling everyone that, man. Sometimes people don't know that. That shift button does all kinds of things. That's something you really needed, man, when you were using that MPC 5000. You got to like hold this button down and then all the buttons on the machine change to different buttons. The necessary evil. That's why a lot of people like the MPC 1, man, having like the more dedicated buttons and not having to do stuff like that. I know I've heard a lot of people say that about the MPC 1, that they'd rather have those buttons like that instead of having to hold shift and then do this or do that. I think this is sounding all right. Kind of wish the bass wasn't there. It's good, man. It's good to know. I said it works on everything too, like even changing the volume and stuff like that. When you're changing the volume of your tracks or something, you hold that shift. If you like have your volume highlighted on the track, if you hold shift down and then hit your jog wheel, does this a smaller I'm trying to think of the word. It's not intricate. Small intricate. Smaller number values. It'll go 1, 2, 3, 4 instead of going 0 to 5 with one click. Yeah, man, it helps, especially with panning, man, because like sometimes I don't like to pan things that hard. I just like holding that shift down and just pan it just ever so slightly. Say this one more time. I got to hear these sequences go one to the next. Not too bad, man. Things are working together okay. What was that? Okay, I did hear that at the end. Probably at the end of it. Yeah, yeah, a little burnt. Come on. Right, it's almost there. There you go. Yeah, like the sound doesn't have that little pop at the end. Try that. I gotta listen to these one more time. I was wondering what that little sound was coming transition from one to the next, but it wasn't doing it from sequence 1 to 2 because I'm using the same samples. But when I switch to the different samples like that, the other ones just keep playing out. I might need to drag that out a little farther. I don't think I have it out far enough now. I think it's at the end of this sample too. That one's not so bad, man. Like it actually is kind of nice having that one. But listen, like right at the end of this one, man, I think that end sample cuts too quick. Maybe if I just put a little reverb on just that sample. I just wonder what that sounds like. Sounds pretty good when you can actually hear it, huh, Ronald Biggs? All right. Yeah, I like this bass in there, man. One more time. Yeah, it's not too bad having that reverb on. You guys hear that reverb on the end of that? There, listen to this reverb coming. Yeah. Adds a little bit to it. It's a club afternoon. It's be around 7 degrees. Hope everybody has a good day out there today. I'm your host, Didi. Here we go. Yeah. Okay, just got off on a little bit, man. Wasn't sure what was going on with that, man, but you know. Hey, peace out to you, Ronald Biggs. Have a good day, sir. Appreciate you stopping by. Think I'm gonna get taken off myself, man. I greatly apologize for my stupidity. I don't know what I was thinking, man. I cannot believe that I did not have the audio thing plugged in for the first hour, man. That was just dummy, big dummy. So I don't know what my problem was on that, but we still hung out. We talked a little bit. We got to talk for the first hour. How about that, man? We just got to hang out and talk. This really is like a talk show. Welcome to No Beats Thursday. But I still think we come out here with something, man. I think we got something going. Let's try it out. Let's run it back. I appreciate you watching. Make sure you click that like button if you haven't already. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'm going to be back again tomorrow. I'm going to prepare tomorrow, man. I'm going to come with something crazy tomorrow, man. Let's try to get something crazy going tomorrow since I messed up today terribly. Hopefully I can redeem myself with you guys tomorrow. Let's get this track going. Peace out. Rika, appreciate you. Yeah, you're now listening to the smooth sound of my dead friend. Let's hear what he has to say. Thoughts of the gods, they lodging deep in my chest. I'm in stress with the best. I could get this, I'm the rest. With the freestyle is straight a mess. I didn't know that I was gonna test my audio. I should have tested the microphone once. I should have not smoked some once. I should have not woken up so late. I should had enough, but I did it and I forget it and I forgive it and I'm forgiven. I hope I'm forgiven from the rest. Let's just listen to the freestyle off my mind. When I come back another time, I'll be back again tomorrow and you can hear me right here rhyme, and I will kick another freestyle off the top. That's the way that I kick it all the time. When I drop another beat, another rhyme, another time when I do this. Yeah, know my rap's the realest. It's the truest. I should have plugged in the microphone from the start, but I didn't. Now I gotta and I lost it for a second, but I'll be back in my mentions. You can tell me one more time. Bumping suspension. That's right. It's the beat and the bass. If you didn't know that right now, let me slap it in your face. Let you have a taste. Have some of that. Freestyle off the top. Now I'm gonna stop. That's facts. Peace out, everybody. Y'all have a good day out there. Be safe. Wear your mask. You know, if you see a Trump supporter, go tell him to fuck himself. You know. Yeah. Thanks again, everybody. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. I'm the DD. This is my dead friends. Enjoy the day. Don't slip in the shower. Peace out.